I like to do a small video about the theme Comfort Zone, about the meme. It was an idea and I just tried to make the first time a video like that in an easy way. So I'm experimenting here. And I googled some pictures about Comfort Zone because I have an employee that's very... he never heard of Comfort Zone at all, so I showed him some pictures about it. So it's a meme, Comfort Zone, and I will... This is my personal view of comfort zone for nearly a long time. Like, this is your comfort zone where your normal life happens, where you're used to it, where everything is under control and known to you. But this is comfortable sometimes, but also boring. And so where the magic happens is outside of that zone. So you need to do some new stuff, approach new people, new girls, and try out whatever you like. There's the magic and there's the life you want, and so you have to move to it. And here's a display of it. First you have worries and you're anxious, and then you will get the conviction and clarity to make a jump. Like Jet said, jump out of the plane, there's no way to go back. You will fly and you will discover yourself while doing it and feel good with it, and will make another jump. And yeah, this is a very funny lifestyle to just be active, proactive, vivid, and in a personal, vivid way to experience life much more than just doing the stuff that is needed to do. And that's really boring and really depressive, I would say, if you stay in a normal life that's not so vivid as it could be. And so here's a display of what is comfort zone. In the middle we have our comfort zone, is where our fear lives, action is limited or sporadic, and excitement wanes. It's just your normal life where everything is known. You're driving to your office or wherever you work, and you're walking through your personal maybe shop where you buy stuff to eat, and but for you it's just normal zone. Nothing happens here like before. Oh no, it's here. The magic happens outside the thought that it's totally under control here. Something new can happen when you go into the stretch zone, here marked green, and this is where excitement lives, action is taken, and fear disappears. Like Jed told us, fear disappears if you are in that moment with everything you are, and so you bring up yourself to a full being, play the game, and go into the stretch zone and just be present. And if you overdo it, you will get into the panic zone, here marked red, where disbelief lives and fear stops all action. Yeah, the panic zone is overwhelming. You feel overwhelmed, you may be frozen, you maybe cannot do anything, but actually it won't kill you. It just shows you a lot. There's more around you that you've never seen, stuff like that. And maybe it's not your thing, what you're experiencing, but maybe it will open up a new dimension of life for you, and maybe it's good to go into the panic zone and find out what's going on there. But first of all, go into the stretch zone and experience how to stretch yourself, how to grow yourself, how to make yourself adjustable and adaptable to this situation you are now in. Here's another, does not look so good, display of it. It's nearly the same as this one, it's just a little different names. Like comfort zone is the same, very little learning, boring, safe, and easy. Discomfort zone, this is here called stretch zone. Stretch zone sounds much better for me. And stretch zone is here called discomfort zone because it's interesting, challenging, and sometimes scary. But it's not the discomfort zone, it's a lots of learning zone also here. Call it stretch zone, I would say. Alarm zone, panic zone, are the words here. Overwhelming, difficult, and terrifying. Maybe you have to speak up before 1,000 people you really admire or something like that. That would be overwhelming for the first time if you don't are used to it with 10, 50, 100, 500,000 people. Otherwise, you definitely will be overwhelmed at start. Here's another display, ComfortZone Comparison of an unconfident person and a very confident person. The comfort zone is in the middle and it's very small with the unconfident person. And the stretch zone is surely also small around the small comfort zone. And there's a big panic zone around your core comfort zone level. And the unconfident person will freak out very frequently into the panic zone because life moves us there. The confident person has a big comfort zone. He's much more relaxed and could expand in any stretch zone nearly also. The stretch zone also is big, and comfort zone and stretch zone together are a big space in the whole, I would say, call it aura of this human being. And the panic zone is much smaller and on the big outside of this living being. If you imagine one globe is one human being, then the right person is a very full being, a very present being, a very maybe entertaining and present being that is really in tune with what is going on around him, and he does not panic easily. Here's another display of comfort zone of growth. Yeah, this is through time, not this. The pictures before were, this is the inner level of how I experience comfort zones. This is a time level how we can see comfort zones. On the left you have your comfort zone and you feel safe and in control and bored. That's not written here, but I call you out. And if you move out of that, first you will have fear. You will get into the fear zone, you have a lack of self-confidence, find excuses and be affected by others' opinions. Like, what is he saying? I don't know. You are in a new field and you don't know how the game is played here in this field. And you will learn, you will grow, you will get into the learning zone and deal with your challenges and problems life throws at you. And so you acquire new skills and your comfort zone will expand. You extend your comfort zone. And if you do it regularly, if you get used to it, you will expand in your life regularly and in always new areas. And this will bring up a very fulfilled life because you are choosing what you live, you are learning what you want to live, you are living the life dreams you want to live, and you find your purpose. And no, you don't only set new goals, you achieve and live new goals. That's your dream life. And yeah, you go through everything that's in the way with time. Because it takes time. It's not a thing like, oh yeah, I will decide and then tomorrow it's active. But the decision is needed to make the move. And so both are very important. Some Instagram stuff. The sooner you step away from your comfort zone, the sooner you will realize that it really wasn't all that comfortable, right? And this one I like. You don't get over the fear of doing something by not doing it. That's why we say we don't need more information. We need more action, more learning, more doing, more human interaction, and not more information. Another one, comfort is your biggest trap if you stay in it, and coming out of your comfort zone is your biggest challenge and feels really great if you do it. So here's another display of how you could see it. Here on the left, the guy breaks out of his egg and tries to find out what is going on around him, and realizes he is on a tree, on a high tree, and he tries to understand what he can do now. And how is it going to work? In the learning zone, you have no idea what is going on around you, but you will have an eye open and you will grow into it. And so you will get the skills to manage what is actually needed to get into the life of being able to attract women and whatever you want also. And Tony Robbins, the biggest coach in the world for me, a mountain of a man. He says all growth starts at the end of your comfort zone. And so we have to talk with our comfortable guy inside of us, and we have a discussion with him, and we are clearly saying this is just not going to work out with us both. The growth part takes over, and the comfort part will get smaller over time, and you will not lose him. You will always be able to switch back to comfort zone, because we need comfort zones. We humans need them. We want something that is under control and that you are used to that. But you also want growth, and you also want new connections, new living people in your life, new experiences, new areas to explore. Oh, this one is a little looks not so overviewable like the other ones, but I will read it shortly. 10 things that will happen when you start stepping out of your comfort zone. Here you start out of your comfort zone, and you will start quickly growing. Yeah, because you are doing steps, and so you will move, and you will begin to love challenging yourself and realize you can do it, whatever you choose to do and want to learn. And you will realize all your fears are fictional. My fears, a novel, like a book, it's not real. And Tony Robbins says fears mean false evidence appearing real. Like, fear is not real. It looks like it's real, and we think it's real, but it's not. And doing that, you will replace regretment. You didn't do it, I should have, with excitement, and can say, yeah, I did it. And you will laugh at your past self. Remember when I wasn't even able to approach and look at a girl and make contact and eye contact, and yeah, feel good with that. And you will find out more about your strengths and weaknesses. For example, you could realize you are good in classes where several people meet up several times, or maybe you will realize you are good in code approach with new people just in some sets or whatever, and you will find out what will work for you. And this will definitely boost your self-confidence to an unbelievable high level and brings a lot of fun. You will feel alive, and you will create a new source of satisfaction. Like, bring it on, yeah. You are living your life, what you have chosen to live, and you can do it. And you realize the only way to this success in life surely leads through discomfort, through stretch zoning. Yeah, you will grow as a person, as a human being, as a spiritual soul, as a physical being, as a sexual being, as an emotional being, as a mental being, in every fucking way. And by that, you will be inspiring other people around you. Yeah, you will go to the stretch zone. I stretch this picture again. This is the small version. Just remember, here it's comfortable, move out. And at the end, a small Donald Neil Walsh quote, and he says, life begins at the end of your comfort zone. And with this, thanks for your time. It was a pleasure to do this small presentation. I just experienced with this stuff, and I hope it works.